Hi, this is Liz Lord with Compass. I'm a realtor here in Northern Virginia. About 65% of my work is with buyers, and about a quarter of those buyers are first time home buyers. So I thought today I'd go over six key aspects of any offer that you may draft as a buyer. The first is the earnest money deposit. That is an amount of money that you're going to put into escrow, and that's going to be used to offset or add to the amount of your down payment and your closing costs. Those funds are going to sit with the title company that you select and act as a good faith against other contingencies. In this market, you'll typically offer 1 to 3% of the sales price as your earnest money deposit, but if there's competition, you may go as high as 6%. The second element of an offer is the down payment. 20% is going to ensure you get the best possible mortgage rate, but it's certainly not a requirement. So in that contract, you're going to specify your down payment, and you're also going to indicate whether you're going with an FHA loan, a VA loan, or a conventional loan. And then you have a number of contingencies. The first is the home inspection contingency, obviously very critical. The one contingency that most buyers don't feel comfortable waiving for reasons that are obvious, worry about the condition of the home. We're going to specify in that contingency the number of days during which you're going to complete it. And we're also going to indicate what type of home inspection contingency. Do you want to have a right to void only, which means you're going to do the home inspection, but you're not going to have the right to ask the seller to make any repairs or give you a credit? Or do you want to have the full extent of options with regard to the seller so that if you find issues with the home, you want to maintain the right to ask for a credit or repairs? In either case, we're going to do that home inspection over somewhere between 2 and 7 days. The next contingency is the appraisal contingency. I could spend an entire video discussing the nuances of it, but the bottom line is when you finance a purchase, your lender is going to require that a third party appraiser goes to the home and values it. If the appraised value comes in at or above the sales price, you're okay, no worries. If it comes in below, then we're going to have to renegotiate the price unless the seller is unwilling, and then you have the right to void the contract. There's another element to this as well, which is the waiver of the appraisal contingency. But again, that would take a whole separate conversation to cover. The other contingency is a finance contingency. That's where you're saying over a number of days, you're going to apply for your loan and you're going to get fully approved and underwritten. And if you don't, you maintain the right to void the contract without penalty. And then the last or sixth element of a contract that's important is the closing date. In Northern Virginia, you pretty much don't see any closings that are longer than 30 days. If there's competition, you can imagine that the seller wants to close as fast as possible. So you may need to offer a closing date as quick as 17 to 21 days. So those are the key six aspects of the contract. And I wanted to just share at a high level all those elements. But if you'd like to discuss in more detail, feel free to reach out. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.